So I'm here at Rich OMG Racing with the wonderful Mr. Dave Neal. Dave is here for the first time with Rich OMG. Enjoying the TT, are we, Dave?
Absolutely. What an incredible place to be. It's I came out for the first time in 2018 as a punter, just sat out of Braddon and then out at Sulby and getting around the course a little bit. But to come here and work it and to experience it for the full 2 weeks is incredible. Fabulous hospitality. It's great to see the TT back, and the weather up until today has been incredible.
And you've got so many familiar faces here that you'll know anyway from all the other paddocks that you've been involved in over the years as well. So it must be nice to see some familiar faces too. It's
nice to see them in a different environment other than the BSB paddock, and there's a different vibe to the TT paddock than there is to the BSB. Both have their own merits, but for being here, the BSB, it's all about the riders and the short circuit and the racing, but for here it's about the people. It's the personal side that I enjoy the most, and how the boys and girls do what they do, and a different vibe for the mechanics. It's a whole different way of doing the job.
And you're here as press officer, aren't you, with the team? So how have you found that role coming into this road racing environment?
You have to have a different view because of what can happen, and unfortunately what has happened over the last sort of 10 days. You need to pace yourself with what you say, how you say it. It's the team's first time, so we haven't come in all guns blazing, we're going to do this, that and the other. We have a huge amount of respect for the teams and riders that have been here before us, and I think there just has to be a different style of how we do the socials. Whereas at BSB with Brad Ray and with Kyle Ride, the boys are on the podium on a regular basis, winning races, so we can kind of let loose a little bit on the socials there. But here, far more respect for the guys and the teams that have been before us.
Yeah, and I have to say, you've embraced getting out on the track as well, and tapping into some of the people that you do know in the paddock to get you out on the track. So where's been your favourite spot so far?
I've only been out once, unfortunately. I've only managed to get out once with one of the island's top photographers, Steve McClemens, at Double Red, and Steve took me out to Rencullen.
Right.
So we had an evening out there watching the boys over the jumps and chatting to Davey Todd yesterday, doing a bit of filming for the podcast that we do, and explaining to him that he was the longest over Rencullen by a mile, and the grin on his face to show that he was, it really made his day. But to watch the boys and girls out there, when I came in 2018, I wrote a piece afterwards that I couldn't explain how I felt. When we turned up in 2018, we went straight to Braddon, straight off the aircraft. We saw the riders go past once, and then unfortunately it was red flagged for Dan Neen, bless him. So my introduction to the TT was not the best, but I think what it did was instill in me what it's about and how people feel, and I got it in those 4 days. Back then I didn't know whether I loved it or I didn't want to be, or it scared me, or I still don't know now, but I love being here. So my feelings aren't important, it's the feelings of the guys that are out there. But yeah, it's such a great place to be. It's
such a unique experience, isn't it? We were talking the other day, one of the interviews I did, and I just don't think that words can suffice describing what this is until you can only come here and experience it and just feel it, rather than try and explain it to someone. I don't think you can do it justice, really, can you?
No, you can't. Talking to the guys that we have over the last couple of weeks, trying to get them to put into words what they do, they can't do it. And it was Cam Donald that had said previously, it's not what you see and what you hear, it's what you feel. And that goes back for 2018 to me. And if you like, I'll let you into a little secret. On Saturday for the Superbike race, John McGuinness was lining up for his 100th start. The weather was fantastic, the atmosphere was electric up on the start line. James went away, and a couple of other friends that I know who were racing went away, and you watch them go down the Glen Crutchery Road, you watch them disappear over the top at St Ninians, and my eyes started watering. I don't know if I got a bit of grit in them or what, I don't know. But
it was a bit dusty on Saturday.
There was somebody chopping onions on the start line, that's for sure. So yeah, whatever. I don't know. I'm just soft as you like, but it really, really hit home, and it does. It gives me goosebumps. Same at the Northwest when we were out there.
Yeah.
You can't describe it, and you only can experience it by being here.
Absolutely, I 100% agree. So let's come back to this podcast. So you've got your podcast online, but you've brought it live here, haven't you? So you guys you've been doing some interviews outside the Rich Club.
We have.
Who have you been interviewing? Who can people listen to?
So we did some audio ones last week. Who did we have on? We had Jamie Coward, Craig Neve, local man Nathan Harrison.
Yeah.
He's been, and what a great TT he's having so far.
An amazing TT,
fantastic. And we've had yesterday we had Sam West on, chatting to him about his accident on the Monday night out at Laurel Bank. He's on great form. We also had Davey Todd about his first podium, and then we finished off with our own James Hillier.
Great.
So those are actually video podcasts now, so unfortunately people get to see my face, not to listen to my voice.
Great. Brilliant. Well, I love listening to Off Track, so I look forward to checking in on them. Welcome back to the TT, and I look forward to seeing you at the end of the week and just see how those 2 weeks have panned out for you. But you're buzzing already. I can see it. You get it. You feel it. And I understand it. So thank you, Dave Neal.
Thank you, Hayley.
Plenty more where that came from, or of that coming to you online, so keep your eyes peeled.